So you've touched a little bit on the story that led you to create these two amazing avenues that you have available. Can you share a little bit about, go a little more in detail? I know about your shoulder, we talked about that some and how it just like shut things down for you and was an entry point into creating all of this. What did that do to you and for you? Because a lot of people would have just shut down and been angry at the world. How did you handle that differently?
Well, the thing I'll say is, and I come back to this all the time, is that I'm so grateful for my mom. Because she's the one that's, I don't know what I do, but like she's the one that's constantly pulling me out of the rough. She just has this ability to do it in the most loving way. So I would probably have to give like 98% credit to her. Because I was kind of in that mindset. To even give a little bit more context to the shoulder injury, it actually happened pretty shortly after a really challenging breakup, like really one of my first breakups. And for the first time I was like, experiencing real heartbreak. And I think that was kind of the catalyst, is that like I finally, like heart kind of cracked open, even though it like didn't feel good. It was finally like, boom, it opened. So that's a big component of it. And it's interesting because I heard someone say, if you're lucky, you'll experience heartbreak. And when I heard that, I was like, oh. And it doesn't feel good at the time at all. Like, I don't wish upon anybody that has to go through heartbreak. It sucks. But I'd have to say that like every time I've had a challenging breakup, it usually propels me to a whole nother level in so many different ways, and allows me to open up my heart more, have a bigger heart, and have more compassion and understanding for people. And so it's like this duality of like, you know, the further you go into the dark, the further you go into the light. So yes, I felt like shutting down. I really did, and I kind of did for a little bit. Because the thing that I said right after, so the shoulder injury happened, it's like a freak accident in the gym. But it's interesting because I finally opened up about having these challenges to my mom while we were driving to the gym. I was visiting them in Colorado, and finally just like broke down, just pouring tears. And I would explain like nothing's going good at all. And then we went to the gym, and I like felt almost this sense of like relief by like letting those emotions out. And then I felt a little bit more aggressive in the gym, so I put on more weight. It wasn't ridiculous. I still stand by the fact that I wasn't being careless in the gym, but I put on a little extra weight. I did flat bench instead of incline, which I didn't normally do, but I was lifting, and literally like my last rep, my last set, I go to put it back up, and it just falls right back. And it's excruciating pain, and then I finally got someone who can help me to get the weight back up. And I went back over to my mom, and I was like, I don't know what's wrong, but we have to go. Something is not good right now. So we leave, and we get back in the car, and I just, again, just lost it. Just start bawling my eyes out. And physical pain has never been that big of a challenge for me, like, for whatever reason. And so my mom was like, "Right, what's going on? Is it physical pain?" And I remember saying right then and there, I'll remember this to the day I die, is I said, when it rains, it pours. It was like I was expecting. I was in that kind of energy. And that like, I was like, wow, that's where I'm at. And so that's kind of the mindset I was in, and ended up having surgery, didn't have health insurance. Like, it was not a good situation. And even after that, I was still like just having, I did surgery and had my sling on. I was sleeping on a recliner, and this one night I just had a particularly bad attitude, and my mom finally just sat me down and said, "What are you doing? Is this helping?" Is it serving you? Do you want to keep doing this, or do you want to like actually get it together? And for whatever reason, that just spoke to me. I'm like, she's right. Next day, I woke up really early, got to work, started reading books, visualizing, meditating, probably more meditation. Started actually like really diving into a more of a spiritual practice for whatever reason. I think this whole thing is a very, I would say, like a spiritual awakening. So yeah, I mean, I had a hack, I would say, by an amazing mother, but I think at the same time, like, how do you want to look at things? Because how do you look at, what they say, it's the way, the way you look at things, I'm gonna butcher it. But it's just like, what do you want? Do you want to just sit and feel sorry for yourself? Or do you want to get better and be the best you can? Because here's the thing, and this is what I've learned recently from one of my coaches, which is a hard pill to swallow, but I think it was probably one of my biggest breakthroughs I've had in my life. I think a lot of us, I'm talking to me, most importantly, is that I'll hold on to things. I'll hold on to people, relationships, thoughts, even. And it's because holding on to something means that you kind of think that what was in the past is better than what's coming in the future. That truly means that you don't actually believe and trust in yourself, which again comes back to the fact that you probably don't actually love yourself as much as you want to. So by actually holding on to stuff, that actually proves that you don't believe and trust and love in yourself. So that shift within myself is like, and don't get me wrong, like still, like I have to continue to remind myself of this, like choosing to let go, because that means I believe in myself. That means that I love myself. But I think just that realization, it really started like opening up to me, like, okay, if I really do love myself, if I really do believe in myself, if I truly want all these things that I say I want, it doesn't even make sense to not let go, because that's what's pulling you back and causing you from not actually getting to where you